No matter how you slice it lately, speculation and concern over the state of the economy has become about as American as mom and apple pie. For local governments, there have been tough choices to make. And around the country, many have canceled annual special events this year. But in Prescott, the Territorial Day's spirit prevailed, and Central Arizona's peak week of celebration, the run-up to July 4th, drew spectators in unprecedented numbers. Though the granddaddy of the week's festivities is the world's oldest rodeo, the activity epicenter is downtown Prescott's Courthouse Plaza. The venue, recently honored as one of the top public spaces in America, began rolling out its lineup of concerts, parades, and arts and craft shows early in the week. The popular new summer concert series featured live rock and roll and some smooth jazz in the shadow of the courthouse steps. In the meantime, the Rodeo Day's Fine Arts and Crafts Show saw scores of vendors streaming into town, braced for business and the inevitable visit from the monsoon gods. Still, veterans like Jim Lucas were pleased with the attendance.
As a vendor here, and this is great. Yesterday was good with all the rain, these people still came out.
Yesterday is raining, but everybody still come to see our beautiful art.
Even the rain couldn't cool down the Dip Lady's infamous but tasty homicide habanero.
It's hot, and my head's sweating, and I'll be running off camera in a second.
The Kiwanis Kiddie Parade has been a Prescott institution for generations. Longtime resident and historian Melissa Ruffner recalls attending as a kiddie herself back in the early 50s.
I think the fact that this whole week really is family-friendly activities, maybe not Whiskey Row, but you know, the Kiddie Parade being one of the most family-friendly.
The friendliest family of them all, the 21st century version of the Flintstones, who apparently came all the way from Bedrock to join the parade.
This is Barney, and this is Bam Bam, Pebbles, and Betty.
The Kiwanis Kiddie Parade is a joint effort between many organizations, including the City of Prescott. Event organizers stress their reliance on various departments to meet their #1 goal of ensuring participant safety.
We get the motorcycle brigade involved, and Sergeant Fletcher with his group of officers is out in the front of the parade and the back of the parade, making sure that the children are safe and everyone knows that the kiddie parade's coming down the street. We also appreciate the effort from the City Engineering and Streets Department to get the streets shut down so that the children are safe.
Every year they've been so helpful. This is our 68th year of doing this, and without the city's help we could not accomplish what we do.
Saturday, July 4th is the busiest day of the week with the Rodeo Parade, Fine Arts and Crafts Show, 2 rodeo performances, and the July 4th celebration at Pioneer Park, at times running simultaneously. According to Prescott Fire Department officials, this year's parade drew nearly 25,000 spectators, undoubtedly the largest crowd in the event's long history.
This is the biggest parade I think I've ever seen. Even as a kid, I can't remember this many people. It's wonderful. Hopefully if everyone buys one thing, we're doing good.
Every hotel was filled, every motel was filled, every bed and breakfast, I understood they were sending them over to the Verde to stay and then come back over to our rodeo.
Tourists from around the state braved the busy Arizona highways to make their way to Prescott, and a few intrepid souls opted for an alternative form of transportation.
We were with the Air Venturers Flying Club. We just popped in to visit the event today and the rodeo, or the rodeos.
A surprise visitor joined the parade this year. Decorated war veteran and U.S. Senator John McCain. McCain is seeking re-election to his Senate seat in 2010. Two-term Councilman Bob Recker, who is not seeking re-election, also attended the parade.
And, it's kind of a bittersweet event for me because, you know, it's going to be my last official time as a city councilman, and I'm looking forward to moving on, but at the same time, it's always fun to come out to the rodeo parade.
Councilman Jim Lamerson was impressed by the crowd's overwhelmingly positive reception for military and police, summing up the importance this way.
I think Americans are starting to take a look at why we actually are who we are and what it takes to keep us who we are. And you saw that in this year's parade more than I've seen it in the past.
The 4th of July celebration at Pioneer Park also enjoyed its largest crowd in history. Though the event has steadily grown over the past 4 years, organizer Becky Garvin speculates that the staycation phenomenon, plus the fact that other cities in the region have canceled or scaled back their shows, may have contributed to the event's huge turnout. Still, city officials as well as attendees were effusive in their praise for the event's entertainment value, spirit, and organization.
I think it was a great break. It really shows what this city is made of, its heart and its soul. When times are tough, people really come together and make things happen.
So my family said, let's go have fun. I said, okay, we can barbecue here.
Okay, so I'm sure you're doing Mexican food today.
Yes. Hey, yeah.
I was trying to think of things that we could have made it better, and I don't think there was anything. The weather was good. Becky Garvin, the volunteers, staff in other departments just came together and did a great job. And it's, I think it's indicative of the quality employees we have, and really appreciate council believing in staff and funding this and making it happen. And, you know, funding an event like this in these challenging economic times is not easy, but I think the community thoroughly enjoyed it.
The world's oldest rodeo is undoubtedly Prescott's Arena. Back in the 1880s, it put the town on the map and continues to ride high as a historical placeholder for Arizona's cowboy spirit. 2009 brought a continuation of that history with its horsemanship, acts of daring, and some plain old balance, strength, guts, and glory. The down economy had rodeo board members concerned about attendance, but like other Prescott main events that week, the crowds exceeded all expectations.
We had 3 sellouts at that rodeo. It was Friday, a sellout Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday night. So anytime we can have a sellout, we're ahead of the game.
As a footnote, Governor Jan Brewer joined Senator McCain by visiting Prescott on July 4th. She attended the Saturday afternoon rodeo. When the dust settled at the rodeo grounds, and vendors had broken down their tents and moved on, and the last parade had marched off into the sunset, city leaders reflected on Prescott's rodeo days.
Well, I just felt the week went super, and I also attended the rodeo. I was there on Monday night, and fortunately, we did not get rained on. It was very good, and the dinner beforehand was good, and everybody enjoyed it so much.
I felt so proud of our city and our citizens and the people that came to visit our city. And I was beside myself. To me, it was fantastic. And I only use that word when I describe myself. So you know it had to be really good.
Rodeo Days 2009 will surely go down in history as the week Prescott residents and thousands of visitors refused to be bucked out of the saddle by the recession bronco. Until next year, we leave you with these images.
And how many people come from the Prescott area that are here tonight?